Theodore Roosevelt was born in 1858 and became the youngest United States president at the age of 43. Born into an affluent family, his ill health as a child prompted him to become an advocate of a strenuous life and an avid game hunter. Roosevelt was homeschooled until he entered Harvard at the young age of 18. While at Harvard, Roosevelt was very involved. Roosevelt graduated Phi Beta Kappa from Harvard in 1880. He loved reading and learning new things. He then went on to Columbia to study law. Once he got to Columbia, he decided he didn't like what he was doing, and instead of studying, started writing a book on the War of 1812. Although he didn't finish law school, his life would soon set him on a path down a road that would change our country forever. The conservation legacy of Theodore Roosevelt is found in the 230 million acres of public lands he helped establish during his presidency. Much of that land, 150 million acres worth, was set aside as national forests. Roosevelt created the present-day USFS in 1905, an organization within the Department of Agriculture. The idea was to conserve forests for continued use. Theodore Roosevelt's complete adoration for the wildlife helped him establish a federal bird reserve, in which he could establish 51 of these during his administration. These reserves would later become today's National Wildlife Refuges, managed by the United States Fish and Wildlife Service. Today, there are National Wildlife Refuges in every single state, and North Dakota boasts the most refugees of any state in the country. During Roosevelt's administration, the national park system grew substantially. When the National Park Service was created in 1916, 7 years after Roosevelt left office, there were 35 sites to be managed by the new organization, and Roosevelt helped create 23 of them. Theodore Roosevelt said, "We have become great because of the lavish use of our resources, but the time has come to inquire seriously what will happen when our forests are gone, when the coal, the iron, the oil, and the gas are exhausted, when the soils have still further impoverished and washed into the streams. What then, I ask you?" We have a lot to thank Teddy Roosevelt for in the realm of outdoor education in our early beginnings. A foundation, an early father of the outdoor education programs, and thanks to him, we have national parks. Dr. Julian Smith was uniquely prepared and situated to become the National Director of the Outdoor Education Project. His experiential background in educational leadership positions included 14 years as a secondary school principal and 11 years in the Michigan State Department of Public Instruction. Some of his professional experience included National Education Association, the Society of State Directors of Health, physical education, along with recreation. All of these roles have prepared him well for the national leadership position. His academic background and educational experience qualified Dr. Smith for a faculty administration position in higher education. His proximity to Michigan State University facilitated an establishment, the Outdoor Education Project, with the academic setting of MSU. Such a relationship with the educational institution was essential to the teacher preparation and leadership training component of the project. Dr. Julian Smith was a soft-spoken, gentle man with an easy, open, quiet manner that won him immediate friends. He was always respectful of others and welcomed their ideas in the involvement of their tasks and discussion at hand. Dr. Smith was one who always brought others into the conversation. He was a pretty well-liked dude. It was obvious that Dr. Smith had a deep appreciation and love for the outdoors, far greater than many other in his time. He understood on a personal level the relationship of man to his natural environment. He was truly at home in natural settings, and as an educator, he knew the unique value of education in the outdoors. He wanted to spread his passion as far as he could, teaching others the same appreciation that he had himself. In 1925, Sharp was hired by Life magazine to oversee the fresh air summer camps for New York City children, and later established similar programs in New Jersey and Connecticut. The camps taught children self-reliance and group relationships. He opened the national camp in 1940 and continued to operate it even after Life magazine closed its camps in 1951. Sharp continued the national camp under the newly created Outdoor Education Association. In 1959, Sharp accepted a faculty position at Southern Illinois University. He relocated the Outdoor Education Association to campus and influenced the establishment of the outdoor experiential education facility, Touch of Nature. The national camp closed in 1962. The school camp is a necessary facility just as much as the library, the gymnasium, the auditorium, and the laboratory. In the school's camp, results of self-reliance, cooperative living, and understanding are developed to a degree not possible in the present school program. It is the center for realistic experience in living and working together. The school camp provides an ideal setting for a new kind of outdoor community. Here, the school youth and their teachers have the opportunity to plan their own program and set up their own democratic procedures for living. All right, go.
I feel like a homeless.
Oh, you look a little homeless.